7 things that can make or break your relationship. Trying to create a lasting romance with your partner is a beautiful goal to strive for. To do so, you must be aware of key factors that can tilt the scales one way or the other. It is unrealistic to expect your relationship to be perfect all the time. When you put two people together who have opposing personalities, views, interests, and dreams, there is going to be some friction along the way to relationship nirvana. But our actions can sometimes doom relationships that we want to work. Relationships can be made or broken by how you treat each other, your individual love languages, key life events you both experience together, and other variables. The following list will assist you in determining where you and your partner stand in your relationship. Think about the following factors that can make or break your relationship. 1. Compatibility in the bedroom. It is impossible to overestimate the value of having good sex with your spouse. Relationships are made or broken based on sexual compatibility. If you and your partner are both sexually active and love the sex, that's fantastic. A lack of sexual chemistry, on the other hand, might be a deal breaker or make or destroy a relationship. If the sex isn't up to par, it's time for you and your partner to work on it. No one wishes they had less sex, believe it or not. Let's add extra closeness because it's highly improbable that you and your partner are overdoing it. Although it would be a mistake to overlook the fact that a man's sex drive is higher than that of most women, intimacy is not solely about having sex. Many women value frequent intimate touching, such as kissing, hugging, snuggling, and rubbing. Because touching is generally included in the act, males usually only require sex. Azai Makimi, a relationship therapist and sexologist, says, if sex is essential to your spouse, it's important to your relationship. Because you and your spouse may have different requirements and aspirations, it's critical to discuss them together and find a way to meet both of your needs. 2. Listening abilities of you and your partner. This may come as a surprise, but there is a significant difference between hearing and listening. People frequently use these two names interchangeably, and they believe they mean the same thing. But here's the catch: they aren't the same thing. There is a distinction to be made between simply hearing what your spouse is saying and actively listening to your spouse. If you and your partner actively listen to each other and do not disrupt one another, you may have high listening skills. It is critical to actively listen to others. Active listening, or the lack thereof, can have an impact on the quality of your communication with your spouse. So remember to keep an ear out for one another. Communication is the foundation of a trusting relationship, and trust has the power to make or break your connection. It is also vital to trust how you handle your interactions with those outsides of the relationship. 3. Touchy-feely in a non-sexual context. Touch is a vital technique for keeping connected. Whether you're holding hands on a walk, sitting entangled on the couch, or kissing your spouse hello and goodbye when you see them. Touch is necessary because it serves as a nonverbal reminder that you care for each other. It's also a good way to keep connected so you feel safe and protected without having to say it. As babies, we are regularly touched, and touch is just as important as feeling connected, safe, and loved as an adult. What you concentrate on is what you see. Helen Fisher, a biological anthropologist, used an MRI to examine brain activity in people who claim to have been madly in love with their spouse for 10 to 25 years. Even though they'd been together for a long time, she discovered that the brain areas associated with deep romantic love were still functioning. What's the key to keeping that spark alive? They appear to be completely immune to their partner's shortcomings. They only see what's nice. What you see depends on what you choose to focus on. You will feel more favorably towards your mate if you focus your efforts on the positive qualities of their personality. Similarly, if you concentrate solely on their defects, they will become all that you can perceive. 4. Relationships outside your relationship. Whether or not you prioritize your relationship can make or break it. Your partnership should be treated with the same respect that you would give yourself. Don't criticize your partner in front of other people. If you're having issues, it's best to discuss them with your spouse. Ask yourself why you are unable to communicate with them. You should be able to confide in your partner. You should not spend more time with another individual, nor should you engage in talk or acts that indicate you are looking for a new romantic partner. 5. The way you and your partner handle money. How you and your partner handle money jointly is a big factor in whether your relationship works or not. Here's the thing. It's quite natural for you and your partner to disagree on financial things. It happens all the time. It's quite common. Money is a touchy subject that can be one of the most significant deal breakers in a relationship. There are numerous elements that influence how you and your partner handle money. What counts is how you deal with these issues. Do you follow through on the decisions you and your partner have made together? The key financial considerations, such as how many accounts you'll each have, who'll pay for what, and whether you'll need a joint account, are all things to consider. It's critical to be on the same page about these issues. 6. Working together. In an ideal world, you and your relationship would always share the same goals and be able to work together to realize both your and your partner's aspirations. It's unlikely, yet you're probably both looking for the same thing. Otherwise, you wouldn't be together. Try doing a project together to see what might make or destroy your relationship. Assemble some bedroom furniture with your partner, for example. Check to see whether you can communicate effectively about which tools to give each other, which parts go where, how to understand directions, and whether you can complete the project successfully. Do you ever get into a fight about little matters? Which of you was more likely to become irritated first? Which of you was the one to point the finger at the other? Use this cooperative project as a learning opportunity for you and your partner. What changes can you make to increase communication? How can you handle irritation more effectively in the future? How might accepting responsibility for your relationship benefit you? 7. Happiness. To be happy in a relationship, you must first love and be satisfied with yourself. You can't count on your partner to make you happy all of the time. You must be content with yourself and your life, and any additional love and joy will be icing on the cake. Your relationship depends on your happiness and confidence. When we don't feel positive about ourselves, we are more prone to be emotional, take what our partner says personally, and form codependent relationships. When we're content with ourselves, we offer more to a relationship, deal with disputes more effectively, and experience intimacy more deeply. There are many factors that contribute to the success or failure of a relationship. If you're in a relationship or thinking about what to do during a breakup, keep these tips in mind. I hope everything goes smoothly. That's all for today from Brainy Facts. Thanks for watching.